I'm good, but I'm not great. You know, I can manage, but I get very, very tired. So,
were you surprised by the decision for compassionate release on New Year's Eve?
Yes. In a word, Ralph never gave up hope. Ralph was fighting down to the final moments. For me, I was very discouraged. And I figured the strategy was to just keep me in there until I was closer and closer and closer, and then let me come home. And when that didn't happen, now I'm home. I'm still pretty much with it, I hope. And here I am with these wonderful children and grandchildren, and I look forward to beating the odds now. I look forward.
Well, you've done it so far.
We're trying, yes.
Can you tell us the moment that they told you? Can you share that with us?
Well, I was called down for a phone call with my lawyers, and my Jill Scheller was calling me from France, and she had talked to the U.S. attorney, who said, well, the papers are on their way to the judge right now. And so then I had a moment, and I said, well, the judge sometimes, the judge did what he said he'd do. He said that he would take the papers and he would look upon them favorably. And by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he had signed off on time served.
And who told you?
Who told me? Well, varieties of prison officials who kept kind of dragging. But the funny part was, they literally threw me out of the prison. By the time we got all the word, they said, I said, maybe I ought to stay another day, because I said, there's so much mixed up here, and I have to get all these papers. And the warden looks at me and says, no, you're going today. We're going today.
And what did to leave the actual prison and the military base?
And without shackles, and without a belly chain, and without cuffs on, felt pretty good. And it was like,
then you knew it was real.
It was real.
And what did your sisters, who you've been there with and suffered through and helped, what did they all think, and what did they say? What about that experience?
They say, we know you won't forget us. And I don't forget them. That's the hardest part, to leave them behind in that parallel universe, and know that they're doing these very, very 20, 30-year sentences. It's just heartrending, but I won't forget them, and that's where I'm headed. I'm going to work for women's prisoners and for political prisoners. That's what I'm going to do.
Lynne, I can't help but say, I know that you were actually asked to write a letter of contrition, which I think you actually sat down and tried to pen, but weren't able to. Tell us why not. What stopped you from doing that, even if it meant getting out sooner?
I guess I'm my strange, stubborn self, and that's the only reason I didn't and I couldn't. And I'm here today as the high hope, as the stand-up I've always been.
And seeing Ralph at the prison gate, what did that?
He wasn't at the prison gate.
Ralph, you missed the date.
He was getting off a plane, and they couldn't reach him, and they couldn't reach him, and they couldn't reach him. So finally, this other prisoner and I waited in a parking lot for him to show up. And if you know Ralph, you know he's
late.
Not always on time.
How does it feel to be free?
That sounds like a song, Roman. How does it feel to be free? Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it.
Any words that you'd like to give to the WBAI audience and the Democracy Now! Audience and Building Bridges audience?
Fight on. Don't ever give in. Resist, resist, resist. It's the only thing that makes life worth living. It really is.
And you made our lives worth living, and that of all political prisoners.
Well, this is a victory our movement needed. We needed this victory. It's a people's victory. People, of course, in a prison, people keep saying, it's all due to the Creator. I said, I'm from another school. I said, power from the people.
All right.
Whatever way you want to see it.
This is Noelle. Thank you for coming home.
Noelle, how are you? I'm glad I'm here.
Oh, this is for Sister Lynne. This is his.
I can. put that in the bag here.
Thank you, dear.
That's
So,
great.
you know you can call upon us for any help that you need.
Thank you so much.
Actually, she's going to have a hard time keeping us away.
We're gonna have some parties, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I didn't come out of prison to.
Home Lynne party.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where I started, Nellie. That's where I started.
Hey, we need a party. The hell with the Democrats and Republicans. This is going to be the Lynne Stewart party
They said
that
Ralph
takes
is
us
going
to
to
social
Ralph
justice.
is going to rent Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I
That's
said
what
that was my
heard.
joke. That's what we'll need.
So, Lynne, as you make your way to the car to go home, today is New Year's Day. It's also the day that a new mayor is inaugurated in New York, Bill de Blasio. Have you been following politics from prison?
I get the Times, and I read New York Magazine, and etc. But I'm skeptical, but I'm hopeful at the same time. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of change that could take place. That wouldn't be maybe the kind of change I want to see, but it would be the better for all of us, I do believe.
Would you like to sit down?
Yeah, we can get her moving. I
Yeah.
think let's
All right.
you know, our feet
We
here.
love Lynn. We love Lynn.
I'm right here.
We love Lynn. We love Lynn.
Yep, I got you.